Well, here we are in Plot Files MSWin, Games MSWin, and a subdirectory called Flight. And this is the nearest thing I've got to ever writing a game. If I just type in Flight, of course, what happens is bang. Let's type in Flight again. Now I can use my arrows to navigate around. I can do things like looping the loop. I can lose the landscape altogether. Let's loop the loop. Anyway, what this program really is a 2D triangular finite element mesh, and we're just having a bit of fun with it. So now let's have a look at the finite element mesh and show you a few things that you can do with it. I'm going to manually edit the header file. So for instance, we can say periodic xz is true. Collision test. That means as you fly around, it tests whether you've collided with any of the triangles, if that's turned on, and if you do collide, the program exits and throws you out. So you've crashed. You saw we had a kind of fog effect there. Guro is a kind of shading, and I'm going to put in draw lines is true, and then of course I'm going to go to picking is true, and I think that's all we need for the moment. Oh, and I'm going to set flight as false, so we're not flying around after all. Right, here we are again. This time we're not flying around, there's no fogs, and we've drawn the outlines of all the triangles. We can move in, we can move with the arrow keys. This is just up and down arrow keys, moves you forwards and backwards, and we can rotate the view. This is what happens when you set wander equals true. Now we can use control up and down, and that's a bit like going up and down in a lift. Oh, and we've turned collision testing off, so it doesn't bomb out if you go through a triangle. The other thing is I can do shift. So what you're doing there is looking about, and so for instance I can look straight down and then move back. We've still got the shading turned on, otherwise it wouldn't be quite so clear. This isn't real lighting or anything, it's just a type of shading based on the surface normal. And as we pull out, we can see the basic grid that everything's based on. We've coloured a strip blue for test purposes. Anyway, I can press F2 and you can see what's happening here. It's telling me what triangle the mouse is in, the mouse cursor is in, and that it consists, triangle 1370 consists of those three nodes, number 696, 761 and so on, and it gives you the neighbours of the triangle. So the triangle has three neighbours with which it shares an edge. All very useful information. this is working. This is another thing we can do. So if we press down with F2, we get this. We can select nodes and it'll tell us that we're looking at node 2437, which is node 2 of triangle 4801, node 3 of triangle 4800, and so on. I'll have to sort out the text on Microsoft Windows so that it actually works okay, but that's just another minor bug to fix. But you can get node information out of this just by pointing at the right node, or in the other mode that we looked at, you got triangle information. But going back to the game kind of idea, you can alter your speed, and if you get into the spirit of the thing, what you try and do is fly as low and fast as possible. And if you do that, I've got lost. Oh, here we are. Yes, if you fly around in your foggy terrain, of which you can adjust the colours and shading and things like that in the usual plot files way with material colour boxes. Fly as low and as fast as possible. You can adjust the speed by pressing A for accelerate. Ooh. So if you decide to live dangerously and fly low and fast, it can get a little bit exciting. And you crash if you cross a triangle.